on October 7th. So most of the world said nothing. Almost 2 years later, that is changing. The sympathy has firmly shifted from Israel to Palestine. The latest shift has come from France. President Macron has announced a major decision. Paris will recognize the state of Palestine in September. Now, just to be clear, more than 140 countries already recognize Palestine, including India, China and Russia. But most Western governments do not. They say, let's find a two-state solution first. Then we will recognize Palestine. But that attitude is changing. Last year, 3 European countries made the move: Norway, Ireland and Spain. All three recognized Palestine, and now France has done the same thing. Ireland and the US, Israel and the US, of course, are not happy about it. Washington is calling it a reckless decision. They say it's a slap in the face to the October 7 victims. Of course, Israel is also livid. Prime Minister Netanyahu has condemned President Macron's decision. He says it will create another terror launchpad against Israel. And all of this is expected criticism. The question is, will others follow France? And what does this recognition change on the ground? Well, as a policy, it is quite significant. France is a heavyweight in the European Union. They hold considerable sway in Brussels. So for Paris to recognize Palestine is indeed a big deal. But others are wary. Germany says it has no such plans in the near term, and the UK says we need a ceasefire first.
We need the ceasefire. There's negotiations.
Plus, public opinion is changing. Most Britons condemn Israel's war in Gaza. Almost half of them say it's a genocide. So it's not clear how much longer Starmer can resist. Which brings us to the second question. What does it change on the ground? Well, nothing. Palestine does not have sovereign land. It is occupied by Israel. It also does not have membership at the United Nations. For that, you need approval from the Security Council. But the US will never agree. They will veto any such proposal, which makes you wonder, does this recognition help Palestine, or is it simply performative? Well, it's not an isolated move. We are seeing global opinion toughen against Israel. On Tuesday, 28 countries signed a joint statement. 28 countries, they said that the war must end now. And these were not Arab or Muslim nations. These were allies of Israel. We're talking about countries like the UK, Canada, Austria. They're not just calling for a ceasefire, they are sharpening their language too. Listen to some of this.
We've seen too many images.
In its revolt
For strike.
Scale of suffering in Gaza. The World Health Organization says there is a man-made mass starvation. More than 120 Gazans have died from starvation. Let that sink in. Not missiles or bullets. They were killed by hunger. When aid trucks arrive, the scenes are heartbreaking. Dozens of starving Gazans rushing for a morsel of food. And even there, they're not safe because Israel has been attacking aid seekers. The United Nations says they have killed more than 1,000 aid seekers, people who came looking for aid. 1,000 of them killed. It's hard to describe the suffering in words. I let the pictures do it, and I must warn you, it is not easy to watch. World opinion, I don't know what will. A lot of people say it is coming too late, that too much damage has already been done, and we get why. Nearly 60,000 Gazans have been killed in this war. Around 50,000 children have been killed or injured. 50,000 children. Even Holocaust scholars are speaking out. They say Israel is committing genocide. So it's easy to see why global opinion is shifting, but it does not seem to be worrying Israel. They have recalled their truce negotiators from Qatar. They say Hamas is not acting in good faith. And yes, there is some truth here too. Hamas may be emboldened by the change in global opinion. They may decide to play hardball. But even that doesn't give Israel the right to starve children to death. I know we talk about geopolitics as a game of realism, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's about compassion, grief, and sympathy.